What's up, everyone? Good evening. This is your boy M3, and welcome to Knowledge and Relationships. Today's topic is eye contact. Yes, that's right, eye contact. So, what I want to share with you guys is different ways of how to improve on eye contact and why is it important to focus on having eye contact when you're talking to a girl or when you're talking to anybody, even in a professional field. Now these days, like we're so focused on our cell phones, we're easily distracted on other things that sometimes we don't even really realize ourselves that whenever that we're communicating to someone, sometimes our eyes could wander like this or like this. Or maybe you make a direct eye contact with somebody who's looking at you first, and you probably feel a little intimidated, so you don't really give that full eye contact for too long. So I'll give you a few examples. Like for me, sometimes my mind could wander off to like a lot of different things. For somebody who has like ADHD, my focus could be I could be talking to that person, but my eyes could be directed towards something else. Maybe I saw like a bird fly by. Maybe I saw someone else like just passing by, or I hear a sound. And so, if I'm not really being conscious and aware, my attention span could be all over the place. Remember the video in Desperado Fitness and Friendship, for those who follow that channel as well too, like with my coworker, when she was talking about like just a lot of positive things in life, I was like totally distracted. I was listening, but there was like a lot of things that was going on. I was like focused on like, oh man, making sure that there was like no bugs crawling around, because it almost felt like we were sitting like in the jungle. But we was at a park like sitting down, but it was a lot of trees and a lot of grass and around, and I'm hearing sounds and watching people jogging and all that. So my attention span was just all over the place, like this and that. And what I realized is that I need to make sure I check myself, because a lot of times when I'm speaking to you guys on the camera, I feel like sometimes my eyes could wander off, and then I have to cut and edit certain parts, because whether if I'm like thinking like this, like or you know, I'm talking but then I'm looking at something else that's catching my attention. And so I want to share that a little bit to you guys, because I could definitely relate, because there's so much like technology that's going on. You just It's just easy for us to like to get distracted, or we're focused on like whether it be children or life's worries or work. We could just get so focused on a lot of things, we're just not really focused or paying much attention of the most like strongest tool when you're communicating with somebody, and that's eye contact. For Let's just say for the guys who are on a date, eye contact is very important, because when you're on a date with somebody, like your first main impression is basically making sure that you're focused on your date, you're in tune to like what she's talking about, you're interested in a conversation. But if your eyes is like looking at the waitress, or maybe you saw some food and it's like, oh, it's good, and your date's talking, like, to me, like, it shows you could probably perceive yourself as a very nervous or insecure type of person, and you don't want to give off that type of vibe. Best strategies is practice when you're speaking. Look at yourself in the mirror and just talk for like maybe a good 5 to 10 minutes. Just keep practicing, keep working on that part. And if you have a struggle to look at yourself for too long in the mirror, then that shows, you know, that you have some sort of insecurity when it comes to eye contact. When you're going out with other people, and you probably do that a lot without you even being mindful about it. Now, let's say, for instance, if you're talking to someone and that person doesn't really give you that direct eye contact, let's just say like you're on a date with another woman, but this time this woman, she's probably afraid to like give you a longer stare or a longer eye contact. And so what I advise is that you make them look into your eyes. You lead the way through actions. So you make sure that in any conversation, every time you talk to that woman, you give her direct eye contact. You train her eyes to look into your eyes. Hopefully, if that makes sense. But overall, when you're handling business with somebody and you're in a professional field, like eye contact is definitely like the main thing that you want to do, because it could show you like your supervisor, or it could show people who are working for you. If you're running your own business, hey, it shows that hey, you're serious. You have a strong head on your shoulder. You're not insecure. Like direct eye contact, it helps. Sometimes you could walk down in the middle of the street and you may see some people that look intimidating, and you probably just, naturally you're like, okay, I don't want to look because if I look, they may say something. But sometimes when you don't give them that eye contact, it gives them like a subliminal type of signal that you're afraid, or you put out that vibe that you're insecure. And so you make yourself as a target when you're not giving that direct eye contact. I know like it's weird because like for me, I don't like to stare into a dude's eyes for too long anyway. And it's not even that I'm afraid, but it was always been weird. But that's just like I said. But when I do that, I'm pretty much signaling insecurity, and I'm leaving myself as an open target for someone to try me. So for you guys, whenever you come across like people that just look at you, that just give you that stare, hey, you ain't got to stare like mean monk back, but just look at them with a smile, just say like, "What's up?" And just lock in for a minute. You'll be surprised. You might make them feel intimidated, or they'd be like, "Oh, okay, like he seems like he's not the type of person to be messed with." Hopefully that helps. I'm just giving out a few examples. Hey, definitely. I'm going to be making like more videos soon, and just stay tuned for many more. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a good night.